Rome has an incredible amount of secrets, and I think that most people believe that the majority of those secrets are in the Vatican. Films like Angels and Demons or The Da Vinci Code, I think that people really do believe that there's a string of truth to these movies. The Borgias were a family from Valencia in Spain that gained prominence between the 15th and the 16th century. They produced two popes. Alphonse Borgia ruled between 1455 to 1458. His nephew, Rodrigo Borgia, who became Pope Alexander VI and ruled from 1492 till 1503.
The stories surrounding Pope Alexander VI and the rest of the Borgia family are some of the most deplorable that have ever been associated with the Catholic Church.
The Cadaver Synod, in essence, it's the story of a pope's body being exhumed from its grave to be put on trial for crimes that he had committed during his lifetime. Formosus had been asked, or rather had been gently pushed towards making one of the Spoleto family joint Holy Roman Emperor.
Guy III of Spoleto is already the Holy Roman Emperor who rules over much of Central Europe at the time. But he doesn't trust Pope Formosus. By forcing his son in as co-emperor, Spoleto hopes to gain political strength over the Pope. In response, Pope Formosus has the Spoletos overthrown by a rival faction and crowns a new emperor. The Spoletos vow revenge.
The Pope at the time was Pope Stephen VI. He'd been placed into power with the great backing of the Spoleto family. The cadaver was exhumed and had been dead almost a year, so one can imagine how absolutely awful it must have been. They dressed him in papal robes, tied him to a chair, and had a deacon to be his voice.
Pope Stephen conducts the trial himself, making a ghastly scene as he screams, insults, and mocks the former pope. Stephen finds the cadaver guilty of all charges.
As he was found guilty, the body was stripped of its papal garments. He was dressed as a farmhand. And to add insult and injury, they denied him his 3 fingers, cutting them off. Because, of course, these are the fingers that he would have used to bless.
Even in the Middle Ages, the people are horrified that their moral leaders are capable of such cruelty.
They were disgusted by the whole event, and they demanded that Pope Stephen VI be deposed. They imprisoned him, and for his troubles had him strangled in his cell.
For many, the Cadaver Synod is the lowest point in the history of the papacy.